Alright, let's dive into something that's got the space community buzzing. A SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket stage accidentally crashing into the moon. Sounds like a disaster, right? But here's the twist. This could actually be a goldmine for scientists. Let me break it down for you. First off, what makes this really interesting is the sheer unpredictability of it all. This wasn't some planned mission, it was a stray rocket part, left drifting in space after launching lunar landers back in 2021. Personally, I think this highlights a bigger issue: space debris. We've been leaving stuff up there for decades, and it's starting to come back to bite us. Or, in this case, the moon. But here's the silver lining: this accidental crash is like a natural experiment for planetary scientists. Now, let's talk about the impact itself. The rocket stage hit the moon at around 5,400 miles per hour. That's insane speed. What many people don't realize is that even though the flash from the impact was too faint for most telescopes to catch, the real value lies in what happens next. The crater it creates, the debris it throws up, and the tremors it sends through the moon's interior, all of this is data. And scientists are already analyzing it to understand how impacts work on the lunar surface. From my perspective, this raises a deeper question: how much do we really know about the moon's geology? Sure, we've sent dozens of missions there, but every impact, whether intentional or not, gives us new clues. This time, because we know the exact size, speed, and location of the impact, it's like a controlled experiment. Scientists can test their models and refine their understanding of how craters form and how debris spreads. That's huge for future missions, especially if we are planning to build lunar bases. One thing that immediately stands out is the practical value of this data. If you take a step back and think about it, understanding how much rock and dust an impact throws up could help engineers design safer landers and habitats. How far does the debris travel? How hard does the ground shake? These aren't just academic questions, they are critical for anyone planning to set foot on the moon again. A detail I find fascinating is the role of observatories in all this. While amateur astronomers had little chance of spotting the impact, larger telescopes in the Americas are on the case. It's a reminder of how global collaboration in science works. Even South Korea's Danui orbiter, which was near the crash site, is holding onto its data until researchers can analyze it properly. Patience is key here. It could take weeks to process the images and draw conclusions. What this really suggests is that even accidents can lead to breakthroughs. This isn't the first time a human-made object has crashed into the moon, far from it. Since 1959, we've sent dozens of spacecraft there, some intentionally crashed for science. But this particular event stands out because of its unpredictability and the wealth of data it provides. It's a reminder that space exploration is messy, unpredictable, and full of surprises. In my opinion, the bigger picture here is about our relationship with space. We are not just visitors anymore, we are leaving our mark, for better or worse. This crash is a wake-up call about space debris, but it's also an opportunity to learn and adapt. As we push further into the cosmos, events like this will shape how we plan, build, and explore. So, what's the takeaway? Personally, I think this is a perfect example of how science thrives on the unexpected. A stray rocket becomes a research opportunity, a crash becomes a lesson. It's a reminder that even in the vastness of space, every action, and every mistake, has consequences. And if we are smart, we'll turn those consequences into knowledge. What do you think? Is this crash a disaster, a learning opportunity, or both? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more space-related content. Until next time, keep looking up.